Almost coming live on our platforms. So we are coming live on our platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are all doing great. I hope you are all doing well. It's a great opportunity, it's a great honor to be with you. And we are currently live on both Facebook and also YouTube. It's a great opportunity to be live with you. Today, we want to look at a very interesting topic, which is importance of follow-up in sales negotiation. You see, if you are just starting up, and that is the reason is I'm also within the framework of a startup business, running a digital marketing agency. And as you are just starting up, your services, your value is not yet appreciated. It is not yet known in the marketplace. You are still within the framework whereby so many people are still like looking at you. Can you deliver? Can you be the savior? Can you solve this problem? And as a result of that, it is always important that you know the importance and the place of sales follow-up negotiations. If you do not follow up, if you are not, engaging with your prospects, making sure that you are validating every opportunity you have, you are going to be out of place. You'll be your value will not be your value will not be seen in terms of the second best will now take the place. That's just the implication. The second best will take the place. So it is highly important that we engage, encourage, educate ourselves on the aspect of follow-up. Follow-up is highly important. Now, what do we mean by follow-up? The definition is to make a sort of remarketing. Is a remarketing process. Somebody that has heard about you or that know you, you try as much as possible to to make a remarket or a reaffirmation of who you are. So by definition, we are looking at follow up as a means to make up or so the concept of follow up can really mean that you just make an attempt to see to what you have initial, to make sure that you make a follow up on that concept, on the sales or negotiation. uh so as we are progressing, I'm literally putting this session together to see how far, how well. So the concept of definition of interaction or engagement with your prospects. Now, the essence of doing this follow up is to make sure that the preparation is not just at the level of beginning, but it's actually completed. So, what do we mean by preparation? What do we mean by the beginning and completion of anything you are doing? Okay, you are exchanging values in terms of sales in products or services, and people initiated this interest in your offer, they become your prospects. Okay, if you do not, follow up to have further interaction to establish a positive relationship, if the two parties there now, if they are worthy, you qualify your prospects, while the prospects also qualify the uh, value provider. Now, if your potential customer do not hear from you after a while, what happens is that they assume that you are not doing that service again, or they assume they probably moved on. And if it is something that they truly need in terms of solving a problem or bringing a desired outcome, then it means that they will be looking for alternative. They will be looking for at least second best to that same issue. So solving that problem requires that you make a follow-up. So like it is said here, a follow-up is subsequent interaction, every other interaction that you have in order to engage with your prospect after the first contact. Okay, and the first contact may be a video that somebody watched online, or a post that somebody, that resonates with someone and the person showed interest, or even a form that somebody filled online. These can be forms of interaction. Now, your follow-up model varies. You know, in some instance, it's just going to be like you want to confirm, you want to just give a call and just make sure that, okay, I'm calling you for the discussion we had, and in order to know your stand or anything, to see if there are reasons why we shouldn't go forward. What may be the negations that you can address, or other information that you can bring to bring more clarity or add more value to the table, to bring something that can also be considered as value to the previous discussion. So your follow-up can be so based on one, your industry, your prospects, and the caliber of person you are actually, following up. Some people really do not need to be disturbed. It's something that they have, the problem had been identified, they themselves, they are looking for the solution. In that instance, you just need to clarify what may be the objections to the solution, because they have identified the problem. Okay, and in that instance, you clarifying or you removing any form of objection may be the best way in your own follow-up model. While sometimes the prospects may not have any problem, but rather a desire to achieve something, and your follow-up may be the additional value in terms of features, or an opportunity that you just want to share with your prospects in order for them to take immediate decisions. Maybe your follow-up strategy. So some can be like you are sharing additional information. Another can be you are adding value. Okay, this feature now has this, added value. Okay, this package comes with this promo added value, something that they see it as, okay, I need this solution, but seeing that this solution comes with additional values, I think it's time for me to just pick everything now while it is still available. It can be like ask question. Your follow-up can be a quick question based on our discussion. Subsequently, I want to ask A, B, and C. And if it's a good fit, the person can just answer you. The question can help, shed more light to why the the objections or what is being considered, the thought process of the prospects during the time as a result of just asking one or two questions. Okay, your follow-up can be further social proof. Further social proof. For instance, in a case whereby somebody wants to buy probably a car, the person wants to buy a car, and your follow-up is to show that that same car or vehicle is being currently used by personalities of high caliber, and probably that was the initial reason why the buyer wants to buy it. But when you are now showing some added proof, probably an event coming forth very quickly, and more people are interested in going into that event. For you to go, you have to have X, Y, and Z, and these are part of what you should have. That may be, oh, I really need to attend this event, hence I should consider getting those solutions, vehicles, and every other thing for my mobility and every other uses of the vehicle. So in this instance, the follow up, it's not like you are just knocking on the person's door and say you must buy today, but you are creating reasons, emotional reasons, why tapping into the emotional bank to say, I think I still have some money or some things to pick from there. So you make sure that people feel the need, the urgency, and the willingness to just take your offer. And sometimes you can make your follow-up as sharing of testimonials. In instances whereby your product has probably rendered services for important people in the community. Now your follow-up is to perhaps share some of what those persons, those calibers, what they say about your services, and that can go a long way. Testimonial really goes a long way to say you can even confirm from this set of people. First of all, hear what they say about the services or products, and you can further confirm from them by reaching out to them if you know them. That goes a long way to influence the buying decision of your prospects. That is important. So in this session, we just want to help ourselves to come back to making use of the solution or remarketing, following up every time when we are promoting our businesses and reaching out to our prospects and customers. Follow up is very important. As much as sales is important, follow up is the link, something that will always help you achieve your selling objective. Your follow up does not really need to be knocking at people's door on a frequent basis. You can easily just share additional information because there had been an engagement, an encounter before. There is a previous encounter, so the follow-up effort can be sharing additional information, okay, bringing additional value or adding additional features to what is on ground, asking questions in order to clarify or identify the reason for the objections or for the the delay. Okay, probably there are other issues that you must consider that the client or the prospect is actually considering in order to move forward. Majorly maybe trust, maybe the availability of the fund, or the decision to to move forward, or even the urgency. There's no need to be in a hurry. So why we just trying to ask questions help to understand and identify what may be the stumbling block. If you know that and you can actually address it, then perhaps you can move further forward. And of course, we mentioned showing social proof. Showing social proof is just to validate, to assure that you are indeed a factor to be reckoned with. The value you are bringing, the solution you are offering, the product or services you are offering will bring value and deliver as what is expected in terms of outcome. So social proof of people that are also making use of that value, you know, and share testimonials. These are like a confirmation that you can also share with your prospects to make that relieving, experience that okay, these are personalities that can be, verified. All these are assertions that can be verified. It's not like they are doctored, okay? That people who are, that's why if you go through some e-commerce store, you will always see notifications and pop-ups saying that so person just purchased an item, so person from another location just purchased an item, and there's an urgency. So you always want to say the best is I purchase this item as early as possible in order for me not to miss out. So follow up is very important. So the question is, who should do the follow up? Who should do the follow up? So the question comes to who? Is it the prospects or the seller? And the follow-up should actually be done by the two parties. Now, the follow-up of the prospects will be different, quite different from the follow-up of the seller. Now, the follow-up of the seller is to make sure that the value is exchanged. And that is, of course, you want to make sure that you build on the existing interaction. So the follow-up of the prospect includes validating the seller. You don't want to just set up, you see, the relationship would be like a long-time relationship. So it means that you don't want to start uh, doing business with people that you do not trust. So you should also do a follow-up. Even that will then infer and guide you to taking the right decision, whether to go ahead with the transaction or not. So your own follow-up may be, are you sure they have delivered? Are you sure they are capable? Are you sure they have the integrity to deliver as promised? The product, is it good? Does it have any health implication or hazard or anything? So you want to do your follow-up, and your own follow-up may be okay, gathering information to validate and make sure that you are taking the right decision. Okay, probably to also help in negotiating a better deal. So follow-up should be done by both parties, the seller and the prospect. Even after the project had been delivered, follow-up should still be done by both parties, whereby the client in this instance will give a feedback of how the product has been of benefit to their business and growth, while the seller, now your customer, will also give a feedback to looking at what will be the next thing they can bring on board. So it's more like if somebody has taken a product from you, that product, there should be an upsell of the product, and you cannot upsell somebody if you are not in communication, you are not in engagements, in terms of there's no follow-up. That is why even on the virtual platform where you buy a product, whether it's physical or digital, there should be a follow-up message, a follow-up mail or call or SMS or WhatsApp that would appreciate and refer to making them take the next next big thing. So follow up should be both the buyer and the seller. And of course, follow up should also continue even after the exchange of value, okay, because there is always a need to have a feedback and there's always something new to bring on board. Every problem has solution, and every solution also have its own attached problem. Now, what you follow up should not consist. So follow up should not consist of being salesy. Uh, it should not be a do or die. Let me use the word do or die. The most important thing is to note that everybody cannot be your customer, everybody cannot be your client. So your follow-up is to qualify them if they are good fits to be your customer, and if giving them some, you know, soft landing entry offers can be a way to consolidate the relationship subsequently. Okay, but follow up should not be a do or die effort, meaning that it's not like I must, except for some cultures, for some level of businesses, you really want to do as much as, even though you do not want to die doing follow up. Okay, there are some cultures, there are some level of businesses, before they give it to you, it's not going to be just a single call. It will take years to make sure to confirm that you are good fit for such high ticket business. But for low key, low hanging fruit businesses here and there, businesses based on what people are looking for on a day-to-day basis, your follow up should not be a do or die affair, because it's something that so many other thousands of people are also looking for. So there's always going to be a limit to follow up on one specific person. You can put together uh, your leads, and subsequently, while generating the set batch of leads, you continue to follow up on this category. Make sure that you get the best out of the number, and while you can retain others on subsequent follow-up messages, you want to make sure that you keep generating leads and you build a funnel where you generate more leads, and while more traffic or prospects are coming in, we are having good and steady nurturing and closing of sales. So follow-up should come as an important and integral part of your business. Your business should not just be losing clients or prospects based on the fact that you could and you are not generating and engaging and building relationship for business growth. This is where we are going to be having or drawing the curtain for today's session. I want to say thank you for coming, watching. Kindly share this uh, video session. Kindly share this. Uh, kindly uh, comment, like, follow, share, subscribe, and help to grow the business by following up on your prospects and customers. So I want to round it up by saying thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.